You're live.
We are live. All right, guys. So thank you first for getting through that technical difficulty with us. That's the fun part about this whole thing is, it is what it is. We're all learning. We're all growing at all times. So we just figured something out that we never had to encounter before. But first and foremost, thank you so much for being on this call with us tonight. We are super excited to share with you a little sneak peek into the opportunity that has changed some part of our life, or started to shine a little bit more positive light in an area where you may have needed it, who put us in a community for support, encouragement, who brought some mamas out of some deep, dark times. Like, this community and this coaching opportunity is so much more than what it appears to be on social media or what people might assume it is. So first, thank you for being open-minded, open-hearted, and welcoming the information we're going to share with you tonight. We are very excited. We got fancy for you in this quarantine. I think that's pretty impressive alone. But I did put on makeup and do my hair. But we can't wait to share. And the reason why is because it's impacted our lives so much, but also so differently. And that's why we have coaches on our team, because we all come from different walks of life. We are all from different backgrounds, and we all have different passions and bring something so fun, unique, and different to the table as coaches. So that's the cool part about this business. And we're going to get into that, into who can be a coach and who is it for, and why now is the time when you should be, ready and willing to jump on board with us, and learn a little bit more about all of the different aspects of coaching, because it's not a one size fits all. It's not a one cut path to seeing success in your business. And also, in this time, we hope that everybody is finding a way to stay healthy and find a little piece of happiness or do something for themselves in this very challenging time. And we hope that all of your families are staying healthy and well, and we wish them nothing but positive thoughts, and you and your families, they're in our minds and our hearts and in our prayers. So thank you for taking the time to step aside, away, maybe with your glass of wine, maybe with your cup of tea, to learn about it. But just enjoy, ask questions, and know that this is just our own perspective of what this coaching opportunity has done to our lives. And we hope just to give you a little sneak peek and share that information with you. And then by the end of this, leave you saying, okay, I think this is something that would bring positivity into my life. Or, you know what, maybe it's not for you. And that's okay. Because the reason why we do this and share is so that you do learn more, you ask questions, and you really see if it's something that can kind of, I don't know the word I'm looking for, bring something to your life, whatever it may be. So we're going to take some time to share our stories, tell you how we became coaches, because it's really important. Because the most amazing thing, and I always say this to my new coaches and my challengers who think about being a coach or wonder if there's already too many coaches or all of those things that you might have questions about, we all have the same tools. There are a couple 100,000 Beachbody coaches. Like, how amazing is that, number one? All helping people get started on their health and fitness and wellness journeys. But we all have the same tools. We have the same resources. But what makes us different and what connects us to different people, and the reason why there will never be enough coaches, is because we all have our own unique stories, situations, and we utilize these tools and these resources and these teams and communities to better our lives in a different way. So even though we can offer the same 10 rounds program, people are connecting with me because of how I share my story, my experiences, my struggles, and my successes. So that's why I love our team. We've all connected for a reason, and we hope that you are considering connecting with us as well. So thank you so much for being on. We're going to take a minute, introduce ourselves, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of what coaching is all about and why now is the best time to join us. All right, so I'm going to send it over to my girl, Miranda.
Hi, everybody. I'm Miranda. I'm 28. I live in Connecticut with my fiance and our 2 cats. I am a Target lover, and I'm missing Target dearly right now to get my target fix. I'm also a full-time sales rep for a cheerleading and dance company, and I also am a high school cheerleading coach. So I am very busy with all of that stuff. But I decided to start Beachbody coaching about 6 months ago, and as a way to supplement my full-time income. And at a time like this, I'm especially grateful for it because with everything going on, I did receive a pay cut with my full-time job. So that is huge right now for me. Another way that this opportunity is benefiting me in a way I didn't know I was going to need it to. But a little background about how I got started. For years, I was a yo-yo dieter and exerciser. Anyone else? Yeah. If you can relate to that, I mean, I'm just like you. I was trying a program, never finishing it. Starting a program, never finishing it. Starting with a diet, 2 weeks, totally got this, back to old habits. So it was this ongoing cycle of trying and failing and trying and failing. And it always left me defeated. And I felt stuck. Everything I tried, no matter what I did, I couldn't find a way to sustain a healthy lifestyle. And it affected me physically because my health wasn't as healthy as it should be. And it also affected me mentally. So I kind of dove into some personal development podcasts, books. Girl Wash Your Face, Rachel Hollis. If you haven't read that book, go read it. It's changing. But what I had realized was that no matter what goals I set for myself, no matter where I wanted to go in life, like if I wasn't putting my health and my wellness first and prioritizing myself, none of that was going to happen. So I made a commitment. I promised myself I was going to commit to an 80-day program. I was going to finish it this time because I had tried it in the past, and I did complete it. And the mental and physical strength that I gained from that program is like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. And people were, even before I finished the program, people were noticing my physical results, and not just my physical results, but the confidence and the energy that I had from doing the program. And they wanted to know what I was doing. So I was already sharing my story before I started coaching, before I even finished the program. People were asking me what I was doing. So I felt that everybody deserved to feel that way, and everybody deserved to have that sense of accomplishment and have this in their life. And I knew that there was an opportunity with coaching where I was able to impact these people's lives and help them and empower them to start on their journey and having this healthy lifestyle while making an additional income for myself. And so I had thought hemmed and hawed about it for a while. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to go all in on this. I really felt in my heart that it was something that I wanted to do. So I reached out to Jess, who I'd been following for years on social media. She was always showing up for herself, is being consistent with her health and fitness. She showed her struggles, she showed her successes, and I knew I wanted to be on a team with someone who is going to show up and set that example for everyone else. So I reached out to Jess, one that's interested in coaching, and she welcomed me with open arms. The entire coaching community was so inviting. I was just welcomed in. I was learning every day. I'm still learning every day. Everybody celebrates your successes. It's just the community aspect, which I'll talk a little bit more about later, but it's just something that I didn't realize I needed in my life. And especially working from home with my full-time job, I don't get to see my coworkers as often. And now I'm seeing everyone on our team. I probably see their faces more than I see my full-time coworkers' faces, which is awesome. So this community has given me, I can go on and on about how passionate I am about it, but I was realizing as busy as I was with my full-time job and with coaching cheerleading, you might be like, how did you put this on your plate as well? But this was something that I needed for myself. I didn't realize, and I was kind of trying to pour out of an empty cup. And this is something that's for me, that's able to keep me healthy and happy. And then I can be the best version of myself for me first, and then for everyone else in my life. So that's a little bit about me. I'm gonna hand it over to Ashley, and she's gonna share a little bit about how we got started.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you guys here. It pumps me up to talk about this stuff. My name is Ashley LaFrance. I am 34 years old. I live in New Jersey. I am a working stay-at-home mom of a 3.5-year-old little boy and a 8-month little girl. I am very busy. If I didn't have coaching in my life, I'm not sure I'd make it through this quarantine, actually. I also have 2 cats that you may hear and see every once in a while. I am a wife, and coaching gives me passion. It gives me life. It gives me something for me. You may see that I am an anxiety warrior and I have crazy OCD about my house being spotless. You know, that really doesn't work with 2 kids. So I'm always trying to overcome those 2 things every single day. I'm also a former yo-yo dieter. As Miranda said, I remember I think it was like Monday through Thursday, I'd do so good. It was like, yes, I'd nail it. Like I'd go to the gym, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'd drink my face off, and it would be, let me start again Monday. Let me start again Monday. And that didn't get me anywhere. So I actually started my Beachbody journey back in 2013 with Jess. Jess is my coach, and we did the ultimate reset. I got some incredible results, and then I quit. I wasn't fully committed to it, and I really didn't know what coaching was all about, but Jess stuck with it. Let me tell you, I'm kicking myself in the butt for that. I wish I would have stuck with that. Then I got back into it, I want to say like 2015-ish, but then I got pregnant with my son, and I was like, oh my God, I can't drink that shake. Yeah, I can put all the other crap in my body. Worst decision I ever made. Jess continued to coach, continue to share her journey through her pregnancy. Our kids, our oldest are actually a month apart, and our youngest are actually a month apart. So I watched her through her whole pregnancy, working out so happy. And then we had our children, and just still, you know, postpartum, our postpartum journeys were very different. Jess is, you know, happy if you watch her, excited. It gave her something to look forward to. And every day I'd watch this girl. I was so annoyed with her because she was so happy, but I wanted it so bad in my life. So finally, after a year, it took me a year of complaining and bitching and telling my husband, I need to do something, I need to do something. And then I'd go have a cheesesteak because I was so upset. It was like this vicious cycle of emotional eating that finally, after a year, after I had my son, I was like, hey, Jess, I'm finally ready again. And but I had one more excuse. I had 2 more excuses. I said, hold on, I got to wait to plan my son's first birthday. I can't do anything now. And then I think I signed up, and it took me till July. For some reason, July. Who starts a program in the middle of the summer when it's like delicious grilled food and drinking? And I was like, all right, I decided to do it. And what got me started was, I was like, if Big Bang Theory is 30 minutes long, I can do a 30-minute workout. And that's how I kept thinking. I was like, just press play, just press play. And that first program, it was Shift Shop, and it was July. It took me a month after I got my package. Yeah, a month. I just sat there. And I was fine. I did the program, and I lost 7 pounds. I was on freaking cloud 9. I mean, I had a personal trainer coming to my house that I was paying a lot of money to. But the problem with that, it was 1 day a week, and you can't eat like crap too. It wasn't working itself out. Like they went hand in hand. So I did Shift Shop. I lost 7 pounds. And those first 21 days, you can get through those 21 days. You can do anything. They talk about changing habits and building new habits. That was it for me. I then did 21-day fix, lost another 7 pounds, 14 pounds in 6 days. You couldn't tell me anything was good. Like I was just like on cloud 9. Now I known about the coaching opportunity because of 2013, 2015. So I went all in on it. And the reason I went all in was for 2 reasons. One, if I'm going to do this, you know, if you don't post a sweaty selfie, it didn't happen. It kept me accountable, to be honest. So like if you struggle in the accountability and the motivation, become a coach, because if you put it out there to the world, people are looking for that. It keeps yourself accountable. It kept me motivated as well. The other thing is I wanted to discount all the products. I was using them. I was drinking Shakeology, drinking Energize. I might as well get the discount if I'm going to do it. So I put it out there to the world, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about coaching. It didn't like instantly wasn't like I was making buco bucks or like people were just coming to me. The reason is people want to see the journey. So I continued to share my journey. So it was like, I did another program. I did a 21-day cleanse. If you follow me, you may have seen I just did it. I think I lost like 12 pounds. Then I did 80-day obsession from January to April. And mind you, I was not going to do 80-day obsession. But Jess, my wonderful coach who changed my life, made me a freaking admin of the group. So I was like, I guess I have to do it now. I lost 10 pounds, and that set me up to actually do a bikini competition, a goal of mine, in August of 2018. And then I got pregnant with my daughter in November of 2018. So to say coaching changed my life, it motivates me. It gives me something for me. Also during these times, it gives me something for me. I started this working full time. Most of our team, I would say, work full time. Not everyone is a full-time coach. They work in power pockets. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Even full-time coaches, I wouldn't say work like a quote unquote 40-hour week. They work at their own time as well. I do. But I lost my job actually after I found out I was pregnant with my daughter in November. So I found I was pregnant, and 2 weeks later, they laid me off. So I made the decision not to go back to work because I didn't know what type of job I was going to get, what type of maternity leave. And I kind of went all in on my coaching. And I'm so thankful I had this, not only for that, but now everything that's going on. So that's just a little bit about my background and why I got started with coaching and why I continue to coach. And throwing it to Jess. We got to get one of those cool Instagram things.
Yeah, slide it. Thanks, guys. And yes, I am that person, I guess. And I like being that person. So thank you, Ashley, for sharing how I impacted you as a coach. And that's the cool thing, is that like Miranda, like Ashley, people watch your journey. They watch what you're sharing. They watch when you complain, they listen. When you cheer someone on, they see it. And that is the power that we have been so blessed with in social media, but it also can be a dark, negative space. So the opportunities that we have now, I love when I open my phone, all I see through my scroll and my feed are my team, my coaches, my challengers, and it's positive. It's good stuff. And that's what I get to start my day with. I can choose who to follow and I can choose who to let go. And putting myself involved in this community is the absolute hands down best thing I've ever done in my life. And my journey started way, way back, right when Ashley kind of started too, is 2013 was when I officially became a coach. However, I will say, if I had known about this opportunity in 2009, I did P90X. I bought it off an infomercial. I even bought it with that bar that goes in your doorway so I could do the pull-ups. And I did the program, and I have flashbacks every day in my memories of me saying, gonna go do chest and back, gonna go to P90X time. If I only knew then that I could have been doing this coaching opportunities since then, that's my biggest regret, is that I wish I started in 2009. But nobody told me, nobody told me there was this thing of coaching. There was this network of people that I could become a part of and not only better myself, but help other people get better too. I would have signed up. Hands down, that would have been it for me. I would have never gone into debt, and my student loans would be very different, a whole different life, but can't go back, right? But 2009 would have been nice to sign up as a coach. That's why we're sharing this with you guys tonight, because this opportunity, the biggest regret for most people when you get into this business is that it didn't start sooner. So in 2013, I was severely in debt, to the point where my boyfriend at the time did not know. He knew I had bills. He knew I stressed about money, but had no clue the extent of which I put myself in the hole. And it was something I would wake up in the middle of the night and it would haunt me. And I would be up for hours just trying to manipulate my bank account in a way that nothing changed. I would pretend to move money and figure stuff out. But the big thing was I was not having enough income and I was spending way too much money. I got my first credit card in college, and that kicked off a whole lot of trouble for me. I am a shopaholic, and I share that openly. Hi, I'm Jessica, and I'm a recovering shopaholic. But something that came into my life that I never expected was this opportunity, and it put me on a path that I never knew was possible. I assumed everybody lived paycheck to paycheck. I assumed that people who went on vacations must have just charged it. People could pay cash or whatever, put it on their debit cards or pay it off before they went on vacation. I just assumed everyone lived this hamster wheel style life where you'd wake up, you'd get ready for work, you'd go to work, you'd come home. For me, I'd work my second job and then make dinner, wake up, do it all again. But I kept asking myself, and I kept begging the universe for something more. I kept saying, there just has to be something else out there. I was a first grade teacher, loved my job. I woke up and I was genuinely excited to go do my job. I was passionate about it. At the time, you were allowed to be extremely creative and kind of go with the flow. That changed later in my teaching career. But I loved it. I loved the challenge of not knowing what I was going to get each day from my students. And I loved watching those aha moments when things would click. And I'm still very much a teacher now. It's just in a very different capacity. I still get those aha moments, and I still get to celebrate successes the way I would with my students. So I feel like I've been able to carry over a lot of the things from my previous life. But this is my passion, and this is what I know I was put on this earth to do. But in 2013, I was a very, very different person. I was lacking any and all confidence in who I was. If you put me on the spot or ask me a question I wasn't sure about, I'd immediately turn beet red and try and burrow into myself and try and hide in a hole. The thing that this company and this business and what we can focus on as coaches, it changes you, and it brings out a whole nother level of who you are that you never knew existed. And that's what this opportunity has done for me. And it's something that I can't talk more passionately about, because I am who I am because of this opportunity and because it came into my life. So I'm a former first grade teacher, guys, because 3 years into the business, I was able to match my teaching income. And 3 years into the business, I was also able to retire. But leading up to that, it's not a quick and easy journey. I struggled severely with digestive disorders, and I won't get into detail of that because you're not here to hear about that. But that's something that controlled me and controlled my life. And that was a big part of why I also started this journey, because in 2013, I was working my second job on the weekend, obviously not teaching, but I was working my retail shift, and a girl came into the store and she looked radiant. Her skin was glowing. I had never seen, she just looked healthy from within. She also had a really killer tan, so I know that helps, but still, she looked like she was glowing. And if you know this girl, you know she always has a killer tan, so I don't know. I have to get her secret. Anyway, she was walking by. I was working the pants section, and I was supposed to be talking about high-end yoga pants. And all I could ask her was, I'm sorry, can you just tell me what's your skincare routine, because I need to know. And she's like, well, I don't do much. And I said, well, you're glowing. What is it exactly? What foundation? I got very nosy, and probably more so than a stranger would. But then she told me, well, I just finished a cleanse. I never felt better. And then we started talking about IBS and colitis, more so than I think any stranger would ever talk to another stranger about digestive issues. But we were open with each other and immediately connected. And I think it was meant to be. But she started telling me about this cleanse. She lost a lot of weight, but also she felt healed from within. A fellow IBS struggler knows that you only just assume how good it could possibly feel to feel normal and not be controlled by needing to know where the nearest bathroom is in a 3-mile radius when you're driving. And that was the life I was leading. And it was horrible. So when she told me that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go all in, because in 3 months, I think it was, from 3 or 4 months, no, 6 months from my wedding. I was engaged, getting married, and nervous about how I was going to look in a wedding dress, but more so nervous about having to walk down that aisle and not be able to turn around and run back if I got a sudden need to go to the restroom. And that was how I lived it. So I did the 21-day ultimate reset, our cleanse program, 3-week cleanse, which Ashley was talking about too. I lost 16 pounds, 12 inches, but I finally knew what it felt like to be in control of my body, of my mind. I never felt better. So I went on my normal way, and I was like, I'm going to look amazing in my wedding dress. And I did. But then I started asking around on Facebook. I posted, who has something that I can do over the summer? Because as a teacher, you don't get paid over the summer, and I need income. We have a wedding coming up. I have no income. I'm sweating over the bills piling up already and getting into more debt to fill my classroom with things that I need in August when there is no paycheck until the end of September. And she reached out to me and she said, hey, Jess, just so you know, you had such incredible results. I know people are asking you, what did you do? You can help them get started and help pay for your wedding. So my initial goals were I just wanted to pay, to cover my Shakeology. If I can pay for that and keep that going, then my future husband will be happy. And then it turned into so much more. And I posted my before and after pictures, and I shared the change that I felt from within and that I'd never felt healthier. And my business began. And it all began because I found success in the program and in the products. And I believed that still believe that everybody should do this program, number one. And then when I started to see the impact that little old me, first grade teacher, $26,000 in debt, could have on somebody else's life, because all of a sudden they've never felt better, and then they can't wait to tell their friends and their family, that snowballed a business that I never expected. I never knew that this business opportunity existed in 2009 when I did P90X and ranted and raved all over Facebook about it. But then when I found out that this business existed and there were people who needed my help and who I could help and had the pleasure and blessing of helping, hands down, you don't have to tell me anymore. I was all in. And so 3 years in, while teaching, while being a first grade teacher and finding the time to work in the morning, during prep, lunchtime, after hours, after school, hair, that's what I get for doing my hair. I fit it in because it was something that I was so passionate about. You wouldn't have even had to have paid me to do what I was doing, because it was that incredible to be able to pay this forward and pass it along. But luckily you do get paid, and I'm going to talk about that too. But what started to happen was I was making enough money to start putting things towards the wedding. I was making enough money to start paying extra towards my consolidation loan. And then it snowballed into being able to decide on the day when they asked me if I was extending my maternity leave unpaid, if I wanted to do that. Yes, I will extend my maternity leave and stay home with my newborn baby. And then when it became June and they asked me if I was returning the following year, I was able to say, no, thank you. I've been blessed with the teaching career that I've had, but now because of this opportunity and this opportunity alone, I am able to stay home with my newborn and be there for every single moment of her life. And now here I am 6 years later, a mother of two, founder of an incredible team of women who work so hard and so passionately, and we are top 5% team in the network. And it blows my mind, because if you would have asked that person in 2013 if this is what was going to happen, if this was what was possible, hands down, no way. I wouldn't have believed you. It's too good to be true, but it's not. And I've rambled on for way too long, so I'm going to keep moving because I can talk about my story, and there's so many elements that I haven't even been able to share with you. So message me if you want to know more. But this team, this community, what we're going to share with you tonight is life-changing, because I personally can tell you that it has changed the course of my life. And if Rose had never walked into that store, if I had never said yes, then you wouldn't be seeing me. You wouldn't be talking to this person. This person would not have existed. So I share this with you wholeheartedly with these women on this call tonight, because open up your mind, open up your heart, and know that this and anything that you can imagine or dare to dream for your life is possible. So why now join us? Because truthfully, we have the total solution. When you go to the gym, you get fitness. When you go to a nutritionist, you get nutritional guidance or a meal plan. The thing that is missing for most people is the element of community, support, and accountability. And when you join with us, if you're here as a challenger, you've seen it. You've seen the group activity. You've felt the support from your coach. And hopefully You've had an incredible experience, so much so that you're here wondering how you can pass this opportunity along to other people. We truly have a tool, a resource, a fitness program, a nutrition plan for every person of all ages, fitness plans for all capability and abilities and injuries, you name it, we can accommodate it. We are not fitness professionals, but we are people who can be passionate about providing the resources and tools that you can utilize that are made by the fitness professionals and nutrition professionals. We don't give medical advice, so there are certain things that you can feel confident and comfortable about. The thing that we ask of you is that you share your passion and you get excited and you join us in our mission. So I'm going to pass it along because I can talk all night, and you guys probably figured that out already. Ashley is going to take it over. What is a coach?
All right. So what is a coach? I'm just going to read from the slide. Becoming a coach now is simply an organic progression of committing fully to your health and fitness goals long term. All in all, what we do as coaches is we found something that worked for us, as we've all shared, and we're sharing it's our own journey. Initially, it's our own journey. Our job is to be healthy and fit, work on our minds and our bodies. But from that, being a coach, also comes the sharing of that. I do want to share, this isn't like some get rich MLM scheme. We provide a service as coaches. As you've all seen with our challenge groups, we become like life coaches to some people. Like, people feel that they can share everything with us. I get all the time, I'm so sorry. It's okay. This is hard to be like, I need help in this direction. As Jess said, we're not medical professionals, but we are your biggest supporter, your biggest motivator, your biggest cheerleader. One of the big thing though is sharing our journeys and these pictures. It is not easy, but it is amazing how it feels when, Susie comes to you and she's like, thank you so much for sharing your journey. I can so relate to you. I really appreciate you putting it out there like that. Sorry, I took some notes. Naturally with sharing, if you're doing these programs, as Miranda said, like with her 80-day program, people are going to be like, hey, what are you doing? And naturally that is coaching. They're actually going to come to you and be like, what are you doing? I want to do it too. And they can actually sign up under you and you can get a commission. I'm going to talk a little bit in a minute about the different types of coaching. But I wanted to share a little bit, as coaches, we get fit, we get healthy mentally and physically. It's our own journey. We're constantly learning, and then we're sharing that process. But I know there's fears, and I know a lot of people have those fears. So I wanted just to share some of the fears that others have come up with. In our team page, somebody had asked this, and I thought it was a great topic, just to know that you're not alone. We have a huge team, community, a huge team of people. So like, if you're like, well, I'm scared to share on social media. A lot of other people were scared too, but I can't tell you how liberating it is when you share that story and that person comes to you and they're like, thank you. And they join you and you've now changed their life. Like, hands down, that does it for me. Like, I was scared that my family was going to judge me. I have the judgiest aunts and grandmother, and they watch every one of my stories and all my posts. And honestly, we have a saying, don't be a bitch, hit send. And I hit send and the lives is changing. Screw my aunts and my grandmother. It doesn't even matter. That was one of my biggest fears. My dad sees all my posts. Oh my God, I'm half naked in all these posts. But it's changing lives. I know a lot of people, I know Rose had said it, like talking on stories. Definitely something that is not easy, putting your life out there, especially chatting about it. I think Miranda might have said that. But again, it's something that you learn. And once you accomplish that and you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, that felt amazing. Just like starting a new job. Like when you start, you don't know what you're doing, but you eventually get in a groove of it and you learn, you learn your way. And we're not all alike. I'm not like Miranda, I'm not like Jess. We all find our group, and that's what finds your tribe and people that that are attracted to you. Another fear is people only thinking you're selling them something. I get it. Yes, there is a product. There is a service that comes with it, but we're sharing our we're sharing our stories with everyone. It's the same thing as if you have a lipstick that you like, a hair product you like, and you're like, I love this stuff. I'm going to share it on social media. It's the exact same concept, except now you can build a business out of something that you found that you love. Another big one, it's the last one I'm going to share, is not being the perfect size, whatever that size is. I know the quote is like, I'm not a size 2. How can I do that? Girl, do you see what I looked like before? I wasn't a size 2 either. I don't think I'll ever be a size 2, to be honest with you. But I share my journey. It's about my comfort level and confidence. I actually shared with I have a long messenger group of all my challengers. I told them how much I weigh and what size I was, and they're like, really? Yes. Size doesn't matter. Weight doesn't matter. You can still do this at any size. It's all about how you feel inside and out, because when you're wearing that size 8, 10, whatever like a large number is, I never try to like say that they're larger numbers. As long as you're wearing that confidence on your face, people are going to come to you, and that smile attracts people. Jess, if you just want to go to the next slides. Sorry.
You're good.
And finally, for my speaking part, the different types of coaches. So some people think that, you know, when you become a coach, you're like, this is it. This is my full-time job. Like, how am I going to make this work? There are actually different levels of coaching. The first coach is how I got started, is known as a discount coach. You're literally there for the discount. Discount on Shakeology, Energize, what I call Mama Juice. Any of the products, you get a 25% discount. You don't have to actively coach, you just get the discounts. However, girl, you know someone's going to see your progress and they're going to want to end up joining you. That I would call that a hobby coach. I have people on my team that are hobby coach. They love it. They're seeing results, and they'll share here and there. People will join them and they'll sign people up, but it's not something they want to take to like a full-time position. Then there's people, I would say most of our team are part-time coaches. They have full-time jobs, and then they have coaching on this part-time. And they mostly do it in, I would say, called power pockets, whether it's like the early morning after their workouts, or the late evening, or maybe their lunch break, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. I would also say that's kind of what a full-time coach does as well. Also working in power pockets. I am not sitting here as a full-time coach working a 9 to 5. It's not necessary to build this business. You do it on your own time and when it works for you. So if you're thinking that, I don't know how I'd make this work, you can start as a hobby coach and see where it leads. You just never know unless you try. And I think that's it for me. Oh, I talked a little bit about how you can make it work for you. Power hours, pockets of time, morning routine. Again, you just make it work for your life. Lunch breaks, I know a lot of people work on. It's really about you. The more time you put into it, though, the more you'll get out of it. And I think I'll pass it off to Miranda to talk about our amazing community.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said before, I can't say enough about this community. But as you know, you've probably either tried a Beachbody product or program, or you've heard about one. So they've been around for forever, and they're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. And this company just evolves so much with different programs and products. Like I can't even keep up with the programs because they keep coming out and there's always something new to try. So it keeps things fun and exciting for everyone. And people need this right now, especially, and people are always going to need us and these products and programs if they want to continue on their healthy lifestyle, which is the goal. It's not just to fit one program or to do one of the cleanses and then go back to your old habits. Like you want long-term, you want to live a healthy lifestyle, not just start and finish. It's a start and it's a journey. It's not a destination. Within this community, I'm going to talk about just in general, when you think the big picture of this community, say half of the people on this call decided to give coaching a try, and each of you helped one person, and then maybe half of those people wanted to help someone else. It's just this ripple effect of us continuing to like pass the baton on to someone else who needs this in their lives, and the impact that we can make together. It's really mind-blowing. And I can't wait until, I've never been to one of the summit conferences, which is something that happens yearly for Beachbody, where all the Beachbody coaches go. I've been wanting to go for forever, and it's actually canceled right now because of everything that's going on. But just seeing like the footage from it and hearing everyone's experience from it, I can't wait to experience something like that. So within this community is our team. So Team Elevation Nation, the mission is to create an environment that allows everyone to create and live their healthiest and happiest lives. So that's what it's all about. It's not, like I was saying before, it's not just the shakes, it's not just the sweaty selfies or workout videos. Like, big picture here is like, we're all trying to become the best version of ourselves through this process and live our best lives. Like, when you see that big picture, and when you are reaching out to people and leading with that and leading with love and about the people, it's not about the money, it's about the people. When you have the opportunity to impact someone's life like that, like, you see how fired up we get. Like, how could you not want to do that? How could you not want to be able to change someone's life with something like this? So when we think about that mission, it's the big picture. It's not just the shakes and the workouts, it's big picture stuff. So on our team, we have virtual workouts. So 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. And I've started doing this the past 3 weeks. I was on that 7 a.m. call or workout every morning. And it is so motivating. And this is the thing, like, we have our accountability groups, and then coaches also need accountability. So this is accountability for the coaching community. So even this morning, I woke up exhausted and I was like, snooze, I'm not today. I was sore. I was like, I'm not doing it. I was like, God damn it. I gotta get up. I'm getting up. I'm going to do some kind of workout, move my body. My upper body was so sore from boxing. I was like, I can't possibly lift weights today. But it gets you excited and motivated. We all hop on. You can see in the picture, we're all doing our own program. So it's not like you have to do this workout that's going to be shared that day. You could do your program, but it's that sense of connection and community. And that's what we need, especially right now, but in general, to do this with a community of women. It's so fun and it's so motivating. So extra layer of accountability for sure. And with our Zoom community, so every day of the week, we have something going on, whether it's our national call, where we get really cool updates from our corporate office. Sometimes we see from the CEO, sometimes we see a super trainer if they're launching something. Joel was on the other day, and we get to learn from the best coaches in the business. So you get, everyone shares everything. That's what I love about this community. It's not like I found something that works for me, so I'm going to keep it for me. No, everybody shares. Everyone wants everyone to be successful. And that's what it's all about. And you don't necessarily see that a lot in like a job setting where people are celebrating you and like looking out for you and just sharing things with you. And that's something that I love about this. So you're never alone. Everybody's there to help you out. No matter if you're a veteran coach or if you just started, we all share ideas. We have team calls where we are doing different kinds of training. Everyone is sharing new ideas that they have. So it's just an awesome community. And that's a little bit about it in a nutshell. So I think Jess is going to share something exciting that is coming up.
Yeah. So one thing I love, and I probably can speak for them, is that our company that we represent is they're always innovating. Always looking for the next best way to provide the best possible resources, tools, fitness programs, and ways for us as coaches to help guide our challengers to success. Quickly, our CEO, Carl, actually keeps a binder, probably many now because it's been going on for years, of every month they pick new challenge winners, people who submit their before and afters as challengers, not coaches, challengers. The people who we show up for, right? Our challengers who we get involved and we promise them results because we know that these programs work. He keeps a binder of all of that just to show how passionate he is about our mission is to help people. It's not to make income. While income is coming up, I promise you. But it's how can we be the best coach? How can we provide the best resources? And how can we possibly show up better as coaches for our challengers? So there's a quick 1-minute video. I don't think I can click on this link, but my screen is shared, so I'm going to pull it up. Coming up soon for us as coaches to provide the best support is something called BOD groups. If you've been in our challenge groups, you know they've been run mainly through Facebook. They then introduced the Challenge Tracker app, which allows you to put in some information, which is amazing, but they've made it way better. So we are here to change lives. That is the purpose. You're here to be able to be better on your own in your own health and wellness journey, but we're here mainly to help one person, and then help that one person help one person, and then watch that ripple effect that Miranda talked about, because the power in happiness and good company and positivity, it's infectious. And that's what we want to bring to everyone's lives, because who doesn't want to live a happier, healthier life? My gosh, I don't think anybody's waking up going, oh, today's just, it's out for me, I'm done. Everyone wants it to be better. So there's this great video of what's coming and why it's coming that I want to share with you. Give me just a moment. Hopefully no technical difficulties on this end. Okay.
While she's doing that, if anyone has any questions, don't forget about the chat box. I know Jess is going to talk about income, but if there's anything else on your minds, please feel free to chat them.
Can you see? Oh my gosh, they were describing my life. I think that was me in the video with the bottles and the babies and the, oh my. But it just, if you don't get emotional watching that, I mean, my gosh, but the impact that it can make.
You want to lose weight, but you're
totally it's still talking. Hang on, guys.
Frustrated by the constant noise of different diets.
Yeah, constant noise. Constant noise. All right, guys. So getting into the nitty gritty, there are many levels to this part. But our mission is to help people lead healthier, happier lives. But the impact that you can have on somebody on their life through the coaching opportunity is why we're here. So I mentioned I started way over my head in debt, and I never knew that it was possible to be able to create this lifestyle and build that income from an opportunity like this. So some ways that you can get started early. As a coach, when you're here to find out about coaching, right? And I know everyone's wondering, do you actually make money? You do. Insert income disclaimer here, and I'm going to put that on our page. You do make money. It comes when you put effort, work, and your training to use, and you actually do the work it takes to create and build a business. And it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. However, you can bring in income very quickly, but it's based on how many people you bring on. Initially, when you get started, and you get started right away as a coach, you bring in income from the commissions of people that you sign up and enroll. But our job literally does not start at the sale of a challenge pack or the sale of a Shakeology bag. Our job actually starts when they press play for the first time. But the income that you can get initially is going to be upfront and first and foremost on a commission basis. And it could be by helping 2 people or 3 people your first month of deciding to take on the business. You can make that extra $100, $200, $500 in a week. The opportunity is there for you to be able to build quickly. You tell us you want to run with this opportunity, and we are right there running at just the same speed. And that's what we have for you as coaches is you get a mentor with your enrollment. You're never in this alone as a coach. That's the most important thing. We talked about the community as a challenger, but the community as a coach is incredibly important. You are a part of a team, and with that comes extra training, one-on-one calls, mentorship, and that's how we provide the proper support in teaching you how to build a business that is worthy of your time and effort. You know, I said in the beginning, you didn't have to pay me, but the truth is I wouldn't have made such an impact if I wasn't able to step away from teaching and bring this on as a full-time income. The income has also changed my life, if not more than the physical transformation. So it's such an important component and piece to understanding why this is such an amazing opportunity. So you start off maybe by asking your family and friends, maybe reaching out to people who have asked you, you know, what are you doing that's making you look so good? Because you're going to look so good with our programs. So by following the complete solution and getting those results, by bringing people on board, that's how you can get started early and seeing income. So the potential, though, is there, and it's grand, and there is no limit, no cap to what you can achieve, especially when you know the business model and you get to understand how the income works. But by continuing to help those people as a coach, helping them get results, helping them see and feel the difference because they said yes to this opportunity by being your challenger, that is what's going to over time lead to the residual income potential with this business model. So this is a multi-level marketing system. You'll learn how to properly build your team and how to bring people on board, and all of that comes with the training that you get with saying yes to this opportunity. Like I said, you'll get one-on-one calls, you'll get personal guidance. Our corporate team is absolutely incredible, and I'll talk a little bit about what the training opportunities are, but you can see the progression and you can see what remaining consistent and showing up not only in your health and fitness journey, but in your coaching business as well can do. In 2013, my first year of coaching, I made an extra $8,000 in 1 year of coaching. No, wait. 2013, I started in June. That was from June to January, to the new year. So not a whole lot of time, but a whole lot of possibility. So you can see the progression in my personal income, and I don't mind sharing this with you. I am a full open book, because if you would have showed me this picture and said, this is what's possible in 2013, I would have said, where do I sign up and how do I get started and what do I do? So you can see that every year I've been able to increase my personal salary. And it's blown me away of what has been achieved in my own personal career as a coach. And it's just, when you told me there was an opportunity to not only better myself and better other people, but make money doing it, game on. And that was my approach from the start. Some people start off slower, which is totally fine. And then some people want to be out of the gate replacing their income, and they want to be home by the end of the year. So whatever your personal goals are with your business, we help match that in training, in guidance, and in helping you understand how do you build your business to get to where you want to be. I've also had coaches who, like Ashley said, hobby coaches, who show up and they say, you know what, I don't really need the money. I love my full-time job, but this is incredible. You know, you don't need to plan to leave your job and make six figures. It's not a requirement. Everyone has different goals for this business, and our job as your coaches, as your mentors, and as part of your team is to help you achieve what you wish to seek out of this business. For me, it was being home with my children and being able to provide and support my family while I was able to be home and raise my family. So that was my goal. I would never push a goal on you, but you tell me you want something and I'm going to tell you how to get there. And I know my girls do the same thing to help their coaches too. So there's different ways that you can earn income throughout this business model. So I will share these slides also in the event. So if you're trying to take notes, don't worry about it. We will put the slides up so that you can go back and and kind of reflect. But you earn retail commissions. There's team cycle bonuses, matching bonuses for portions of your team. There's leadership bonuses that corporate provides when you achieve certain ranks in the business. Subscription commissions every time somebody renews their Beachbody On Demand. There's Success Club trip opportunities. Or if you come in, go game on, top 10. I think they're going to like the Maldives Islands or something when everything opens back up. You can become a part of a test group and get to sample a brand new workout program before it's released to the network. You can earn monthly prizes. There's a ton of different ways to earn in this business. And again, it's based on how much you're willing to put into it. And that doesn't mean time. No, that time put in is not a direct effort. It's commitment, it's dedication, and it's understanding the training and willingness to learn how to build this business. So like I was saying, our company provides incredible training. You're provided with an online office with an insane amount of tools and resources that you can utilize as a new coach. I've had coaches, like Miranda, who just decided to go all in. She went in and probably watched every single video back there, and I didn't have to tell her. There's just so much information, but you don't need to know everything. That's the amazing part. You do not need to walk into this business and say, I cannot start until I watch. That's not how it goes. The only thing you need to know is the impact that this has had on your life and start sharing that. It's like when you've gone to the most amazing restaurant and you can't wait to tell 10 of your friends that you're going there next week because it was so darn good. That's what this business is. You're sharing something that you've fallen in love with and that you feel passionate about. That's all that it is. Sure, there's some technical things about how to properly build your downline to maximize your income possibility, but that comes later. That comes with training, and that's my job, that's Ashley's job, Miranda's job as your upline coach to let you know that you don't worry about that yet. You just worry about getting your story out there and letting people know that there's something so great that you can't wait to share with them and bring and invite them to. We also have, one-on-one calls, and we provide behind the scenes training, all of the stuff that you don't necessarily see on our Instagram stories and our news feeds. There's a lot behind the scenes that people don't get to understand that comes with the coaching opportunity. It's not only just the community, the network, but it's the support of our coaching, our upline and our downline, and everybody in between. The community, it's a broad term for what it is, but it is such a united front, and we are not ever against somebody else to win or to recruit more people. That's not how our team works. We are constantly supporting, constantly building each other up, and supporting and celebrating the crap out of people when they succeed. There's never any kind of feeling of, oh, she got there, like, oh, I'm not there yet, or whatever it is. We're always cheering each other on, and we celebrate, seriously, the biggest celebration when our teammates achieve incredible things in their business. And we use it as motivation for, she's doing it, I'm doing it right there with her. So you don't need to go and watch every video. You don't need to memorize every single thing about the business or know every single program. You have the support of your upline that's going to be there to help you through any questions that you have, so that you can better help and learn for your challengers. So I can ramble on and on. I can talk forever, as you can probably assume, about this opportunity. And the reason why is because it truly has changed my life. I could not picture my life without these women in my family, because that's what they are. They are my sisters. We are in this together, and they are truly the people I look forward to waking up and seeing their faces, and going to bed knowing I'm going to wake up and see their faces again. The messages that I get of encouragement, of support, of questions of how they can keep passing this opportunity forward. People need us. And I'm not just telling myself to make myself feel better that people need us. People truly, truly need to become a part of something so great. This brings people out of darkness. It shines a light in someone's life when they truly need it, because there's positivity, there's personal development, there's getting people to become a part of a tribe when there's proven research that that is something that greatly impacts your life. You know, you don't feel lonely when you wake up and you have a team saying, where are you? You know, I want to see your face for the workout. You don't, the list is endless, and it's hard to put, it really is hard to put into words what this has done for my life and what I know it has done for the coaches on my team. And I always try very hard not to get emotional when I talk about this business, but it's hard not to feel that sense of emotion and passion about something that single-handedly turned my life from one path down another. And the fact that I have the ability to pass it on and pay it forward and be there to knowing that we provide you with everything that you need in order to succeed, but the work is up to you. People need you sharing your story, and people need to know that there's an opportunity like this, that there's a tribe like this. They need to be living their happiest, healthiest life, because who doesn't deserve to live that way? And my family is better because I am the woman that I am because of this opportunity, and because of who I've grown into, because of the people I've encountered and the team that I am a part of. And I bleed Beachbody blue, even though blue's not my color, pink is. I bleed it. It is within me 1,000%. And there's the only thing I mean, if I didn't have to sleep, which some nights I don't because my child doesn't sleep, I would be talking about this all the day long, all night long. People need this in their lives. And I swear to you, if you feel the ounce of passion or a little bit affected by the passion of the girls on this call tonight, or the information that has been shared, we ask you, reach out to the coach that invited you here. Let them know you listened, and let them know that you're ready to get started on your journey as a coach and join our team, because now is the time, more so than ever. And I'm honored and I feel privileged to have been able to share my story with all of you tonight. And I will continue to share my story for that one person whose life I am about to change. And that's what I wake up every morning thinking. And I remind myself of that daily. If Rose didn't connect with me, where would I be? If I didn't connect with Ashley, if I didn't connect with Miranda and all of the other members of our team, it's hard to imagine life without this tribe, without this mission. And this mission gives me a purpose, and I know it gives the other girls in their lives a purpose beyond just being a mom. You know, it was at the time beyond just being a teacher, beyond just being, you know, someone stuck at home right now trying not to drink all the wine. That this is the mission, this is the purpose. And when your mission becomes your purpose in life, you know, the possibilities are endless. So thank you for being a part of this call. Ashley, Miranda, if you want to add anything to it.
Yes. I don't want to interrupt. Sorry.
Go ahead.
There was a Q&A. I answered it because it's kind of like in a weird section. I didn't know if you
Where?
saw it.
I saw it.
And I answered it, but I don't know if you want to just go back through
Yeah,
this
where are the
question.
questions? I don't see them. Are they over here?
At the bottom, Jess, it says Q&A,
Ah,
where it says chat.
one is opened, answered. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't see this. This is a fun feature. Are your virtual workouts only available in the morning? You're switching around at different times at night. If there's a need, I'll add to that. If there's a need for additional ones, we have people who work out all times of the day, all night, whatever. So if you were to share in the challenge group that you're a part of, hey, I need an accountability partner who wants to do a live workout with me, I can guarantee you that somebody else in that group is working out at a different time or the same time as you. So the 6 and 7 are just the ones that we currently have because it seems that morning works, but we have people who are night shift nurses who come home, sleep, and they work out in the afternoon. So post it in the group that you're a part of, or reach out to your coach and see. Let me see what else. How do you feel as coaches using container? MyFitnessPal, I don't know if you guys want to answer these too. That one tracks macros, which is almost the exact same thing pretty much if you do the container system in a way. If you follow the timed nutrition, it's almost exactly the same way as counting macros. So what I like to do personally as a coach, and the other girls can say it too, is I like to be educated on everything. If someone's telling me what they're doing, I can educate. That the container system is a really great system for your challengers and your customers, because not everybody understands how the breakdown of macronutrients, and they don't understand the timed nutrition behind it. But the container system alone works in that manner. If you, there's also a program that we have that you can get certified in as a coach, the Ultimate Portion Fix, where you become educated very well on how to help your challengers. But what works for you is great, but know that what works for you is not going to work for all of your challengers as coaches. We have to remember that it's not a one size fits all. So you can know about that and you can utilize that, but understand as a coach, you want to get to know the container system. You want to get to know the 2B mindset, because you're going to have people with all different challenges in the nutrition front, and you want to be able to best guide them as a coach. What else is there?
While you're reading that, just to elaborate, I think Autumn said it best when she came up with the container system. Like, the science is done for you, where when you have to count the macros and figure it out, I just like it because I don't really want to figure that out. She did it for me already. Just like they tell me what to do when they tell me to work out. So it's all done. That's why they're the professionals.
Yeah. Let me see. Spoken personal trainer, nutritionist. I think, well, Rose is an athletic trainer. So she wrote that she has that experience. We have a lot of educated people on that forefront. Like they have nutrition backgrounds, or they've competed, or they work with a nutritionist in some aspect. That's who creates these programs. So they know what they're doing. We have an incredible team of people who are extremely certified that know a lot more about it than I do. So I trust that they obviously know what they're putting out there. If you follow Autumn, who was the founder of the 21 Day Fix, creator of it, and she came out with the container system, there's science behind it, and there's a ton of research, and there's a great group of educated people who know what they're doing, who put that together, more than I know or I've been certified to know. But does Beachbody take a part of your income as a coach because you're using their program? Oh, no. So if you want to know the actual details of the breakdown, that can be a whole nother call personally, but you're not required as a coach to buy you don't stock product to give out. What you purchase for your own personal use, that's all you would need. They don't take a percentage of your income. You're 1099, if that makes sense, tax season. So you're kind of an independent consultant or representative of the company, of the brand. But your income, again, it's all based on who you invite, how many people you're able to bring on and build in the business. So they don't take any percentage. It's all for you. They only like to give you bonuses and give you extra. So there's constantly a nice surprise of what you're getting back. If you enroll more than, I think, 5 people in 3 or whatever, there's fast start bonuses. There's a ton of earning opportunities, more so than any concern of anything being taken, if that helps. Yeah, so you're utilizing their tools. Do we have anything else that came up? Thank you.
Yes, more came up.
Colleen,
Okay.
how does it work when coaches are randomly assigned challengers? Like when I sign up randomly, thankfully, I got just the coach as a new coach. Would I ever be connected with someone who just signed up but didn't request me, if that makes sense?
Yes. So the company does, Colleen, I can talk to you more about this too. The company provides free leads for those who achieve certain things within our business on a monthly basis. So if you help 3 people or more a month, you basically are allowed to get those free leads from people who go to infomercial. If you see Carl, like all of a sudden I'll be in my kitchen. I heard Carl talking the other day on the TV. Our CEO is putting it out there for more people to join because there's such a need and a demand for it. That's the incredible part about our company, is they're constantly trying to help more people. So you're automatically assigned a coach. I'm blessed to have received you as well, Colleen. But you do get people, very random people sometimes. And our job as coaches is we reach out and we offer help and support. And that's our job. That's why they assign coaches, is so that we can say, hey, what program are you doing? What nutrition plan are you following? Are you finding that you're having success? Where are you struggling? That's the support. That's that key component that people are missing when they just go to the gym or just try and do a diet. So it's our job as coaches to offer that help and support. But you do get blessed with random people like Colleen, who's rocking Core de Force around too. So yeah, we can talk more, Colleen, too.
A lot of people are signing up with just Beachbody On Demand, like Jess said, because of like the demand with the gyms being closed, which is amazing, but they're just getting random coaches. And I know I try to reach out, but it's very rare, someone reaching out back, but there's such a benefit to having a coach and what we're able to provide to them. So we do try to reach out and provide that support if they reach back out to us.
Okay, any other questions? Anyone want to add anything in? Told you, don't let me talk again because I can keep going. So I'll stop. No? All right, we'll close it out. If you have questions, please reach out to the coach that you spoke with, who told you about the event that we or like the focus. I did. It's again because you have me on the call. So everyone have a wonderful night. Stay healthy, stay well. And hopefully we will be seeing some of your names popping up and being welcomed into our team. Have a great night, guys.
Thanks,
everyone.
Bye.